All right, we got another trade. This one is a blockbuster. Eric Staal has finally been dealt. His name has been in trade rumors for the last 3 trade deadlines. Is it going to happen? To what team? Where? When? How? And he is going to be reunited with his brother Mark in New York. SportsCenter is going to break down the entire trade. Alert, 2 second-round draft picks and prospect Alexi Solera. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's a Finnish prospect drafted in the 3rd round by the Rangers, are headed to the Hurricanes in exchange for Eric Staal. So this is a huge move. Eric Staal has obviously been the face of the Carolina Hurricanes since he was drafted, won them a Stanley Cup. He's done a lot for Carolina and the hockey market in Carolina. He was that guy for the Hurricanes for so long, and Eric Staal is still a really, really good hockey player. He's only 30 years old. I mean, you could easily see Eric Staal get 80 points on a line with Kreider and Rick Nash. That's a sick line. Now, saying will this last forever, I'm not too sure, because that's going to mean cap problems for the Rangers, but regardless, it's a huge trade. And as for Alexi Solera, again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, he looks to be pretty decent. He's having a pretty good year this year in the Finnish Elite League, in the Sim Liga. He's got 31 points in 46 games, plus 14. I've heard good things about him on Twitter. I haven't really heard a whole lot about him other than that, but let's see how this trade is going to work out in NHL 16. A big thing to note is that the Carolina Hurricanes are going to retain 50% of Eric Staal's cap hit, so that is a big number. It's over $4 million, so we're going to see what the Rangers are going to say, and they say absolutely. This seems like a sweet proposal on our end. They are stoked about it. So we go over to the other side, we go over to Carolina's side, and they're not going to be as happy. They say, no way, we're not getting rid of our captain Eric Staal. Get out of here with that crap. Not going to happen. So I can understand that, because in this game, Staal has elite potential and his trade value is through the roof. But I want to have a look at this courtesy of Flopfish. He puts up this trade tracker here, and you can see the draft picks and trade tracker. You can look at the Rangers. They don't have a first, they don't have a second, they have a third, no fourth, and then a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh. So that's a little bit concerning going into the draft with a bunch of aging players like Nash, Staal. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I would love to see the Rangers go win a cup. I would love for Rick Nash to get his ring. I'd love for Henrik Lundqvist more than anyone to get his ring. If anyone needs a Stanley Cup, it's that guy. He's paid his dues like you would not believe. And I kind of want to have a look here at what the Rangers forward crop is going to look like with the addition of Eric Staal. And I just went best lines. I don't know if these are in the correct positions or not, but Zuccarello, Staal, and Nash. That's a sick line. That is actually just nasty. Eric Staal and Rick Nash on the same line. Those are two big dudes. I mean, I'm super excited to see how Eric Staal is going to play alongside Rick Nash. I'm not saying they're going to play together. I'm just saying that could be really, really nice. But they do have a problem down the middle now. Derek Brassard is way too good to be a third-line centerman. So is anyone going to have to play the wing? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you think the Rangers lines are going to look, and let me know who you think won this trade. Honestly, I think the Hurricanes won this trade. They get rid of a lot of cap, although they retain $4 million, and they get some draft picks and a pretty decent prospect, where the Hurricanes weren't going anywhere fast, and the Rangers are poised for a Stanley Cup run if they make the playoffs. I'm saying if they squeak into the playoffs, watch out for the Rangers. They could be a sleeper team for sure. So I'm going to give the advantage to Carolina, although I like the trade for the Rangers as well. I didn't think they gave up a whole lot. You know, he could potentially only be a rental and be gone in a few years or whatever, but I like the trade for both sides. If I have to give it a little nudge, I'm going to give it to the Hurricanes. But you guys can let me know in the comments, and well, only 24 hours until the trade deadline happens. I'm sure there's going to be a few more blockbuster moves, but this one is really nice to kick off the trade deadline. Eric Staal to the New York Rangers.